Hi there. Today's video, I thought I would take you on a guided tour of my little home studio. I know you've seen a lot of shots taken out of it, but I thought I would actually come behind the scenes and show you a little more of what goes on behind the scenes. So a guided tour of what's what. So first things first, I am shooting out of a garage. This is a converted garage. I can still get a car in here if I want, but generally speaking, the car stays outside. So the first little space I just wanted to show you is this one here. So I have my window, so we shoot natural light portraits here. I use it for shooting on, I've got a little table you can see set up for still life, product shots and all the rest of it. If I want some high key photos with natural light, we will shoot in front of that window. I also have over here just a rack for all my backdrop stands, my clips, my lighting stands, all of that sort of stuff is all there. I've also got my makeup artist chair, which we pull out when we need to have hair and makeup done. I will frequently use this table, or I will set another table up in front of the window for hair and makeup, and then we can have lights set up. So this area is where a lot of my costumes are stored. So I've got a lot of vintage costumes, I've got all sorts of things from sort of Marie Antoinette through to Gatsby, 1940s glamour, and some more modern stuff as well, and that's on both sides. So I've got hats and things up the top as well. This is my dress mannequin. I will sometimes use this to practice lighting setups and things like that with. I will also put costumes on here just to see how they fit and all go together. So if I'm getting ready for a shoot and I've got lots of different things that I want to put together, I will frequently put them on my mannequin here. So over there I've got lots of things stored. I've got flowers and linens and fabrics and all sorts of things on the shelving rack there. I've got my gorgeous little buffet here, which I keep a lot of my still life stuff or props and things like martini glasses. I've also got like a lot of my vintage bottles and crowns, and my little arsenic bottles and things like that are all stored along there so that they're easy access. I've got some fruit and things like that stored here. I've got cutlery in a drawer. I've got linen in a drawer. I have triggers and things like that in another drawer, so everything's kind of handy. I also have things like my white card and my light meter and things like that all hanging from here as well. Got some hats up there and some junk on the floor which you really can't quite see, so that's a good thing. Okay, so here I've got a bit of a table set up. I usually have this with props set up on it or things that I need to get hold of. So that's quite handy, and it's fold up. So I can fold it up and pop it away in behind my backdrops and things like that to get it up out of the way. Or we will put it over near the window for makeup and things like that. Fabulous, it's adjustable height too. So that's always something that's really, really handy in the studio. I've got some strip boxes. I've got my big curved newer reflector. I've got chairs stacked up behind here. I've got more chairs, things like that. In here I've got lots of things like headpieces and things like that for shoots, all sorts of things, jewellery, loads and loads of jewellery. So this second rack is basically all jewellery. I've got glasses and things like that. I've also got backdrops and things like that over in the corner. So lots of stuff stored over there. Now we get to the business end of things. This is where I store a lot of my lights and some other garage stuff, but all my lights, my soft boxes, my smoke machines, everything is stored along here in all these boxes. So whether I want to grab continuous light or a speed light or a strobe, it's all there. I've also got a ladder, so if I need to get up high to shoot down, or if I need a ladder to grab something, that's there as well. I've also got my vintage screen. So we don't actually have a change room as such. So this area here becomes my change room. So I've got curtains that I pull across to hide all of that stuff. So I've also got a mirror here, and I need to put like a shelf or something here so that people can put stuff on as well, or maybe clear that out. That'd be a job for me to have a look at and do. And this then takes us to the back end of the studio. So I have got seamless paper backdrops. I've got 3 currently set up on my rig at the moment. I'll show you that in a minute. So I've got black, white and 50% grey. I've also got a rail up the top, you probably can't see, that I can lower. It's just on like a pulley system, and I can lower that and raise that, and I can put backdrops on that, so I don't have to bring out a backdrop stand if I don't want to. And this then gives me, so it's a couple of meters high and gives me probably about 2-3 meters through to about here that I can work with. Okay, so as I said, that's my pulley system. So I've got my 3 backdrop stands that you can see there, and I've just got them on pulleys so that I can just bring them down like so. Now in behind there, I've got more props. I've got more of these fold up backdrop stands, which I've got to confess, I can never figure out how to fold them back up. So they just stay up. I've got some old doors. I've got these great trellis that I hang flowers and stuff like that on, and I hang that from the ceiling. I've got a system there. So all along behind this wall, I have got loads and loads of props. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed a little tour of my studio. Just because it's small, it doesn't mean it doesn't work. I have shot so many different things in here. It's small. I've even run workshops in here for really small groups, and of course I run my private classes usually from here as well. But I can do so much with such a small space. It just requires a little bit of imagination. Yes, it's small, but I have so much crammed in here, it's not funny. So if you like this video, why not give it a thumbs up? Maybe subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time on YouTube. Bye.